Welcome to Survival on a Budget Made Easy. This is going to be a video explaining why one cemetery may have several different names. If you want to learn more about it, I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to Survival on a Budget Made Easy. The reason I'm doing this video is because I'll do cemetery videos, be it wherever, and people say, no, it's not such and such, it's only this, or that cemetery only has one name, or you'll get the idea as we go. But we're going to go ahead with this black mat is, we're going to call it your county in the state. Okay? Keeping this generic as possible, because it's not just this county, that county, or this state, or that state. So this is your county in the state. In that state, you have in-town church, in-town church cemetery. Now every cemetery has an ID number. In-town church cemetery has an ID number of 001. And here's the grave sites or the burial sites, whatever you want to call them. Over here, we got Cemetery A. And here are the people that are buried there. Its ID number is 123. Over here, we got Cemetery B, ID number 456. And here are the people buried there. In between Cemetery A and B, and beside in-town church cemetery, Cemetery C with ID number 789. And here are those people. Okay, so you got 4 different cemeteries. In-town church cemetery, Cemetery A, Cemetery B, Cemetery C. Each one with separate ID numbers. In time, coal's discovered here. It could be diamonds, but we're going to do coal, okay? It could be anything. And the coal mining company wants to come in, and what they discover is the coal is underneath or around Cemetery C. So instead of them moving one person at a time, like this, they move a whole cemetery. Now, I'm not going to talk about the ethics of it or anything in coal, good, evil. We're just talking about why cemeteries have so many different names. Now we have Cemetery C and in-town cemetery. Sometimes what they do is they put in-town cemetery / Cemetery C. Okay, so now you got cemetery. You got in-town church cemetery C. Well, coal mine number 2 comes through, and it goes through cemetery A and B. Once again, they move the whole cemetery. So now, you got in-town church cemetery, Cemetery C, Cemetery B, Cemetery A, each with their own ID numbers. Okay, now there's one that's in Pike County They did it perfect. You have two cemeteries together. It's distinguished. It's perfect. Welcome to Survival on a Budget Made Easy. We're taking a look at two cemeteries in this video. Sunset Cemetery and DePleur Cemetery. It's a 2-for-1 special. If you want to learn more about it, I'll be right back. Okay, in memory of all friends and relatives which were originally buried in the DePleur Private Cemetery, Patoka Township, Pike County, Indiana. The remains were reinterred in the cemetery October 28, 1969. You got a whole line of them. Now, with all that said, this is why some of the cemeteries have 2 or 3 different names. Now, I wanted to get people to understand this part because I know I get asked a lot or confronted a lot about Conjure Cemetery. It's not Conjure, it's Davidson Cemetery, I'm sorry. And when I try to explain to people it's not, they get upset, and I say, how do you know that area is Davidson Cemetery? I get the attitude, I lived here all my life. So as long as I can get people to understand they move cemeteries like this, I mean, this is the way it should be done if they're going to do it, in my opinion. If I can't get you to understand how they put cemeteries inside the cemeteries, and you get cemeteries with multiple names, don't even watch the Conjure video I'm going to do, because you're not going to get that, and it's just going to upset you. And when you see me, you're going to confront me more. But I just want to get people an understanding of why you go to a cemetery and it's like, oh, in-town church cemetery. No, that's A cemetery, or that's B cemetery. So, hopefully this helps. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you understand this and watch the Conjure video in the near future. Do me a favor, click on that subscribe button, and as always, thank you for watching.